What's up, folkers? Well, it's January 11th, 2019, and right now in Southern California, we have partly cloudy skies with a 100% chance of chemtrails, folkers. See that there? Woo-wee. See, we got some rain supposed to come in tomorrow. We had some fog rolling this morning, which is supposed to bring the rain with it. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But as you can see, they are spraying the crap out of the sky. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, we'll see what happens. You know, I don't know if you guys are getting my notifications, but you know, yesterday I did a live. I know a couple of people didn't get the notification, and the whole day the views were stalled out all day yesterday, and they have finally allowed some views to occur by this morning. So I don't know if you guys ain't getting the notifications, if you're not seeing my channel, you know what I'm saying, or if y'all just don't love me no more. I don't know which one it is, but it is what it is. I'm gonna keep spitting the truth. I'm gonna keep coming at y'all with this real. All right, see this? Crazy, man. This shit right here, man. Look, they're actively spraying right now. This thing right here is not a condensation trail. Look this over here. Oh. Look, see that? See how it's spreading out? It's being irradiated by phased array radar. Okay? This is what's happening. This is what they're doing to us. Supposed to get some rain tomorrow. Supposed to get some rain for days. What up, man? You got the notification? That's what's up. So, as you can see, it's just sub the wise one. They don't want it to rain here. They want to charge residents $30,000 a month for water. You know what I'm saying? They're privatizing water as we speak. And so we're just, you know, California, you know, we love to be screwed over, and we love living in fear, and we love for the government to take care of us here in California. So it is what it is. Yeah, so I woke up to some news this morning, a couple things that really caught my interest. Apparently last night, the club was popping and it filled to capacity. What's up, Derek? What's good? Yeah, Snap Turtle in the truck. You know what I'm saying? Loving the chemtrails. Loving the rain being kept away. Loving it. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to rain for several days tomorrow and most of the next week. So, I don't know, man. We'll see. You know, I'm going to tell y'all weather control or something, if y'all listening. One day, all this bullshit you doing is going to come back to bite you in the ass, not us. All right? Because karma's real. You know what I'm saying? And all this bullshit you guys are pulling, it's not going to stand. It's not going to last. Just so y'all know. So if you're part of the conspiracy, if you're a pilot of these jets that you're spraying and all kinds out of, right? There in the but YouTube is only showing one viewer. They're only showing one viewer. I don't know. So yeah, I woke up to some interesting news. A couple things in particular caught my interest. First thing I'm gonna talk about is how an alderman in Chicago, right, got brought up on extortion charges. He had been an alderman for 30 years, right? You see, I'm not even big enough yet. I only have 67 subscribers, and this is what they're fucking with me already. This is so blatant and obvious. But people will tell you crazy if you say this shit. Anyway, so an alderman of 30 years in Chicago, a hellified gun control proponent, has just been brought up on charges for extortion. Okay. And so when they raided his office, guess what they found? 23 illegal firearms. Troll nut is a hypocrite, and he's no different than 90% of the left-wing elite. No different. You know what I'm saying? If you think the Democratic Party is the party for black folks, you got another thing coming. I talked about this yesterday. I don't know if y'all checked out my live yesterday. I would go check it out. I'm talking about this dude named that goes by The Amazing Lucas. He has a YouTube channel, has quite a following. And he's basically an idiot who thinks that racism doesn't exist. And when you listen to his voice, when you listen to his speech and the way he talks, within 30 seconds, you know that he grew up in some suburb and probably went to school with a bunch of white folks in the affluent neighborhood. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you start speaking out in general about black folks, when you start putting yourself out there as a black man and you're discussing black issues like you know what the hell you're talking about, that's when I have a problem. So, yeah, go check out that live yesterday. I did, too. Yeah. KKK, military arm of the Democrats, exactly. They are. And what's interesting is how it all flipped on us, right? Because Abraham Lincoln was a Republican, okay? And he essentially got slavery abolished. I'm just showing y'all. I'm showing y'all right now. All this crap you're seeing in the sky are broken up clouds that these chemtrails are creating, okay? So once you separate the clouds like that, they don't form enough of a nucleus to drop rain. I'm just showing y'all what's going on, okay? There's some real clouds here, and then there's some fake-ass chemtrails. So I just want to point that out real quick. Anyway, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican, all right? And he essentially abolished slavery. Now, it was a business decision more so than an altruistic decision, you know what I'm saying? Because slave revolts and rebellions and, you know, rise-ups, killing the slave owners, that was bad for business. Because cotton was big business back in those days. It was a hot commodity all over the world. We were shipping cotton all over the world, making millions of dollars. So they had to come up with something else. Anyway, yeah, so this alderman in the Democratic Party, the ones who wanted slavery to stick around, okay? So neither party is a party for black folks. I'm gonna just say that. What needs to happen is, like Tupac said before he got murdered, we need to form our own party. You know, these people, oh, they want to go Democrat or Republican. That's how brainwashed they are into thinking that two-party politics is the only way to go. All you need is a 5% vote to participate in the debates. Okay, all you need is 5%. You get 5%, you're in the debates. You get more ground. You're able to speak and spread your message, and you're able to tell people what you want. I'm up at Simply Wholesome real quick, making a stop. Simply Wholesome is a good spot out here in LA. Black-owned business. I support black-owned businesses as much as I can. They're about to put my book on the shelves. You know what I'm saying? The Seeds of Dark Matter. Go check if you ain't checked it out yet. Exactly, an illusion of choice. Look at this. They're really at it today. All right, I'll be right back in. All right, I'll be right back. Y'all can listen to some Ratchet Nelly. Let's get ratchet today, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Woo!
Rock the bells, SXM. That's right, that's that, which is like that little squiggly A for everybody that you know for our age. ROCKTHEBELLS, SXM. Please believe it, baby. Rock the bells, radio.
Now, I've never been one to knock the next man for getting his, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I do realize that hip-hop is now a form of showbiz. But this has always been something with which you have to be true. So in the year of 1992, now this is how we do. At the age of 19, heard the scene. A lot of MCs that do not come clean. Frontin' on their hard times and rhymes. You see them in the streets and you see no signs of the hell. And they get on stage and tell some old cornball war story. For those freestyle raps, it's time to go. I eject, rejects that step. I'm a vet ready to snap the neck. I shine and rise at the same time. The mastermind of the sport called the rhyme. Now it's time to jump chumps that run at your professor. What's up? You're faking the funk. You're faking the funk. Yo, you're faking the funk. You're faking the funk. Yo, you're faking the funk. You're faking the funk. Yo, you're faking the funk. You're faking the funk. Forever of the whack MC. Get shut down when the main source starts to get down. If we just don't play the whole upper ground, they keep things
Sorry, folkers.
real.
So, yeah, so we have the two-party system. And let me explain my position on how this is what I think about what Republicans think about gun control. I think they have to act like they're against gun control, but they don't fight it as much as they should. And I feel like that's deliberate. But honestly, they don't need to take all our guns away to do what they need to do. Because the weapons they have pointed at us, guns aren't really effective for, 5G, millimeter wave technology, weather modification, creating droughts, creating ice storms, creating blizzards. It's really, they have a way of being really destructive. So I think they want us to think that they're coming for all of our guns, but I don't think that's really a necessity for them. So, but the 5G technology, that's something that we can deal with, because it's 200 feet apart. It's right there. It's no more than 30 feet off the ground. So I mean, that's just a thought. But yeah, this dude is no different. Okay, looking forward to that, bro. This Alderman in Chicago, I mean, he's no different, like I said, than most left-wing elites that are in that position. They abuse their power, okay? Even, you know what? Everybody loves Kamala Harris. I think she's going to be the worst president we ever had if she gets into office. No doubt. I do not want Kamala Harris to be the president, okay? She's doing bad enough as a senator. I've exchanged emails with Kamala Harris discussing gun control, okay? I reached out to her, and I gave her my point of view, and I talked to her about this whole ridiculous idea of, all this gun control. And she seemed receptive in her emails, discussing it with me and giving her position on it and trying to convince me that not to take all the guns away. The idea was not to infringe on our Second Amendment rights. But, it's just, she was just talking, just to talk, you know what I'm saying? Because she's been part of some of the worst gun control legislation in California, because she's from California. So, oh yeah, no, it's not good. Yeah, she just recently said she's really considering running, and this is what we don't need. We don't need well, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. We got 2 years, okay? We got 2 years to think of something. We got 2 years to get behind the party as black people, okay? Because they tell us that we're minorities, right? They tell us that we're about 17% of the population worldwide or nationwide, right? About 11 in California. I don't remember the exact stats. They tell us that we're minorities, and yeah, big time gun grabbers. They tell us we're minorities, black folks, but you know, I'm not really sure about that. I mean, they base it on the Consensus Bureau every 10 years, and I know people that lie. they lie. They lie about their color. They lie about their marital status, all kind of stuff. So, but black folks have a lot of voting power that the Democrats really need. So they pander to black people. They pander to illegal immigrants. They pander to women. They pander to all of these groups because they need us, right? Essentially, you know. And that's why I tell people, you know, the vote counts, right? But your voice don't count once these people get in office, because they have to be a part of something that has been around for hundreds of years. They have to conform. If they're not part of it now, right? They're running for office. They're not part of it now. When they get in the office, they're gonna have to. They gotta do what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And if they go against anything, boom, they get their head blown off like JFK. But what we need to back people as a people. We need to back the people that really are there for us, that really represent us. And once they get in the office, we have to kind of protect them. We have to be there for them. We have to let the shadow government know that you ain't messing with them. We're gonna mess with y'all if y'all mess with our officials. If you mess with our representatives that we really believe represent us, you know, if any harm comes to them, if they can't run their, if they can't hold their office like they're supposed to, they got repercussions coming from us. So, as black people, we need to form a party. That's just essentially what we need to do, from the ground up, grassroots. We need to pound pavement. We need to get people on board. We need to bring awareness. We need to raise money. You know what I'm saying? We need to raise money for our people. Okay, and it's not just black people, but we are poorly represented. And see, people might call me racist, right, for saying that we need a party for black people, but I don't care what you call it, okay, because we're underrepresented and we need some real representation. And the Democrats are not representing us. They're not. So it is what it is. You know, I'm not saying that other, you know, ethnic groups can't be a part of it, but they really have to be vetted. You know, vetted real well. I mean, security is going to be key. See, when you start your own society, when you start your own party and things like that, what you need is security on every level. You need people with expertise that can deal with that. Blacks voted heavy for Obama, but he listened to the bank don't. Exactly. That's what lobbying is all about. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, you know, he's beholden to the donors. But what we need now, we need to get together and form what we need to form, and we make all the donations, okay? And we make the bulk of the donations to these people that we want to represent us in our own party, and we fund them. That way we know that they're going to be there for us. I mean, that's what we got to do. I mean, it's not illegal to form our own party. It's not illegal to form a militia. It's not illegal. As a matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. I have a solution to this police problem that we got, okay? And this is all part of forming our own society and doing our own thing, right? I have a solution to that. See, most people talk about the problem. They don't have solutions. Did you know that if you wanted to, in your neighborhood, in your area, if the police aren't doing the job right and you don't feel like they're there for you, that they're there to protect you, like they aren't in most black neighborhoods, you can start a private police force, okay? You could do that. You can get the people to agree to pay, right? Let's say you got 13,000 people in your neighborhood or in your area, and you guys are getting fed up with the police that go through there, okay? You guys can get together and start a private police force in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be official. And of course, they're going to be regulated, right? But it'll be your people, it'll be your recruits, it'll be the people in your neighborhood. You're gonna hire them to work in your neighborhood, not one of the others from from West Bubblefuck that had just got out the military, that went through war, and think everyone's the enemy. And so when they get hired onto these police forces, they train them to think that we are the enemy. We're all gang members. We're all terrorists. That's how they train these police officers, and that's why they kill black folks so quickly. So it starts in the training. It starts for the organization. It starts with the training, and for the personnel that get these badges, it starts back in their past, especially if they're military. And that's why police departments don't like to hire MPs. They want infantry. They don't want MPs, because MPs, they have to retrain them, and it'll be very difficult, because MPs are trained to actually serve and protect. Okay, not to kill everybody. They're there to protect the soldiers, to keep them in line, to make sure they're doing the right thing, and they handle them with care, because let's face it, we're all government property as military, so you have to protect that. Yep, that type is itching to pull the triggers, exactly. Oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't go this way to work. It's so ridiculous. So much traffic. So, I mean, we can start our own police force. We don't have to be beholden to these police departments. You know what I'm saying? You get a petition, you get some money together, everybody pull their money together, like, look, this is not your jurisdiction. This square block, you know, there's so many square blocks of an area. We got that. Okay? And then we really got to police our people. We got to make sure they're doing the right thing. We got to get these, we got to turn these gang members around onto the right side. Okay? We got to get them to see the light. Because those are some of the warriors that we have. Most of the warriors in our neighborhoods, right, are become gang members because they have that mentality. They're just steered the wrong direction. They're misguided. Or they'll join the military, or they'll become police officers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to call them warriors, but we got a lot of work to do. See, this is the problem that Tulsa, Oklahoma had. Okay, Black Wall Street, the black neighborhood, the black community that was thriving. They had their own hospitals, their own banks, their own schools. You know, everybody was eating. Everybody. And you're talking about during the Great Depression. Okay, they were around during the Great Depression. Or was that before? When the Great Depression happened? In the 30s? Anyway, they were thriving. Okay? And their white neighbors were jealous and upset. And they had all the guns. And they had all the wherewithal and all the meanness of spirit to attack these black people that weren't doing nothing to nobody, because they were thriving. You know what their problem was? They didn't have security. They didn't have a means to protect themselves. Well, that's what we need. We need that, okay? Because, let's face it, these cops, especially in places like LA, Chicago, you know the cities, they'll kill you with black ass in a hot minute. Look, most people might view me as racist because I talk about black people so much and how much I love them. Oh, okay. I'm black and I grew up black. You know what I'm saying? I experienced a lot of rape, including from my own grandmother. I talked about that yesterday. My own grandma was white. You know what I'm saying? She got with a black dude, had babies, got cut off from her wealthy parents, and she took it out on us. You know. Anyway. Yeah, I'm for black people, okay? I don't hate white people. I don't think white people shouldn't be included in things, but just like, and then you have the coons. Then you have the black folks that are snakes, which are more dangerous than these white folks. These backbiting Negroes to attacking other black people for no fucking reason. So those are the type of people we need to weed out as well. We need to vet everyone. Everyone needs to be vetted that we bring into our organizations, into our communities, We need to start our own shit. We have the spending power. We spend a trillion. We spend the most money of anyone.
Continue on.
We spend trillions a year.
05.
So we need to pull that together and handle our business. It's time. It's no more time for play. We ain't got time for play. We got it. We gotta get off our asses and start handling our business. Okay. We need our own representatives. We need our own party. We need our own police force. We need our own. We need all that. Put the weaves down, okay? Put the weaves down. Put the fake nails down, and fellas, put the beer down, okay? Put the beer down. Put the alcohol down. Stop going to these fucking clubs and wasting your money, wasting $200 or $300 a night to impress somebody. You don't need a bottle service, okay? Invite the fellas over and play some spades at the house. Drink some beers. But don't drink beers with hops in it, okay? Because it's highly concentrated in phytoestrogens, and you don't want to grow man titties, okay? So listen, we need to stop playing games, all right? And that brings me to, and you know what? These ignorant niggas that gum up the works, they expose themselves all the time. It's so easy. With social media, they are exposing themselves 24/7. You'll see them all the time, okay? One dude in particular, this dude goes by the name of Obsidian. He's an idiot. He's one of those people. Those are the type of people we need to avoid. They're a detriment to our people. And speaking of stupid-ass Negroes gumming up the works, let's talk about how R. Kelly went to the club and the club sold out, and black women were yelling at him talking about take me hostage. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? What is it? Why is it that you not only are you accepting and supporting this idiot, right? But you're yelling at him to take you hostage. You think it's a game? You think it's funny? Is it gonna be funny when your teenage daughter gets snatched up by that dude because you're dating him or you giving him the draws and now he wants your daughter? Will it be funny then? Do you want him to take your daughter hostage allegedly? What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? See, every time, the more this air of acceptance, this environment of acceptance is, the more it grows, the more leeway and the more ground these disgusting perverts get in terms of their goal, which is to lower the age of consent so they can be as nasty as they want to be to these kids. So now you got stupid ass black women hollering, take me hostage to this disgusting man. I mean, what's wrong with y'all, man? R. Kelly's record sales has gone through the roof since that Lifetime docuseries. What is it? What is it about black people that what makes us want to be so self-destructive that we'll accept perverts? We'll accept them. We'll support them. We'll buy their albums. As women, we'll go to his concerts and grab his penis. Like you ain't got no fucking sense. Don't we have enough problems already that you have to add to this by allowing this man to continue to play his pipe? You know, he calls himself the Pied Piper, right, of R&B. Do you guys know the real story of the Pied Piper that he named himself after? How many children this Pied Piper raped and mutilated and murdered? He named himself after the Pied Piper. And you know, Beyonce calls herself Sasha Fierce. She so much as admits that she's been taken over by demons and shit, right? And then you have Jay-Z marrying her. You know what this disgusting nigga said? He said, I can't wait until she becomes an adult so I can get with her. Or some to that extent. I'm paraphrasing. But this nigga could not wait until Beyonce was 18 so he can. What's wrong with y'all? And then he's allegedly getting Foxy Brown pregnant or some shit or whatever the fuck, screwing around with her, screwing around with Aaliyah. What we gonna do about Jay-Z? Yeah, I know. All these white folks, all these disgusting white men are doing it too. Elvis. Why support any of them? Beyonce's drummer has a restraining order on man. Why? I mean, nothing surprised me, man. I would like to know why Beyonce's drummer has a restraining order against her. But look, man, they listen. Black culture is so influential, so influential. That's why they have to control everything in entertainment regarding us and everyone else too. But I mean, sex voodoo, goodness gracious. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that, Derek. Yeah, Derek, we need to go ahead and get a hangout going, man, on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when you work, but I'll hit you up. I think we could have a lot of good things to discuss. But this is the problem, y'all. We are constantly surrounded by perverts, gun grabbers. What's up, Wax? I mean, it's just, I don't get it, man. Is it messing up? I don't get it. The people that we allow to influence us and influence our children, the music we listen to when our kids are around, you know what I'm saying? Off this weekend, yeah, we need to get something. I don't know how to do hangouts, but I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Wax, what's up, Wax? We all need to do some hangouts, man. We need to spread this message. We need to spread the word. The Lone Gunman Wax Dog. That's what's up. Yeah, man. I mean, when we gonna get our shit together? You know what? Fuck them. You know what I say? The same thing I said, because my mom lives, she worked her way into photography when she was like 40-something years old. I gave her $800 for her first professional camera, and then she blew up to become, a photographer, Jet and Ebony, and all these other people for Steve Harvey. But you know what? My mom used to do a lot of stuff for free for these people, and they dogged her out. You know what I'm saying? Once they got to the level they got to, Steve Harvey, when he was still doing the Hoodie Awards, my mom's would go to Vegas and shoot the Hoodie Award for him. She shot a movie for what's her name? That big Monique, and people like that. And this is another problem type of black people. These rich black folks, right? Like the people that use my mom for free photography, right? So she can boost herself up so that she can get some notoriety that leave her hanging once they reach a certain level. Like Steve Harvey did, start getting all the shows. My mom was down with Steve Harvey when he was still at KGLH in LA. When he was still, you know what I'm saying? When he was still, just wasn't even a nationally syndicated show yet. But these are the type of people that we need to stay away from too. Like I say, my mom's worked her way into getting a house in Windsor Hills, which is not too far from the hood, but it's like an affluent neighborhood, affluent black neighborhood that's being gentrified. It's been black owned for decades, okay? And then now it's being gentrified. But anyway, you know what I say? I tell people, let them gentrify your urban area. Fuck it, let them do it. Let them do it. Let them take it and move out to the rural areas, get some cheap land, and start living off the land, growing your own food or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a perfect opportunity for us to pull our money together. You know what I'm saying? And move to where they're moving from to get to these, because they don't want to commute. that's the thing. The others, they don't feel like driving 45 minutes to work anymore, so they want to move into our neighborhoods and drive the property value up so that we can buy. You know what they do. So I say let them gentrify that shit. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Let them have it, and we gonna handle our business somewhere else. We get together. We all get together and do our thing. I will. So, yeah, we need to do our own thing. We need to stop being so dependent, on the government, on the others. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that we can't participate and mingle with them. What I'm saying is, integration was the worst thing that ever happened to black people. That's all I'm saying. Again, I don't hate white people. I think there are good and bad white people. I think there are good and good and bad black people. You know what I'm saying? But they always weed themselves out. So when we see idiots talk about R. Kelly kidnapped me, you let them go. Don't even try to convince them to be intelligent. Don't even try to convince them to use their common sense. When you hear these people make any excuse for child molesters, when you see victim blamers and victim attackers, you stay away from them. It's as simple as that. You get with the people that are like-minded, strictly like-minded. You have to be that way. I can't with these people. MLK believed he integrated into Bernie House. Exactly. And then what they do? Once he started bucking, see, MLK was, like a pacifist. But once he started to see, once the wool was being pulled from over his eyes, and he started getting buck, that's when he had to go. That's when he had to go. Same thing with Malcolm X. See, Malcolm X was on the opposite spectrum, but see, he was being controlled by the NOI, who was being controlled, I believe, by the U.S. government, and that's why I believe Louis Farrakhan can run around talking all the shit he wanted about the government and still be alive. I don't believe in anything Louis Farrakhan has. Look, he says a lot of good shit because he has to get people to adore him. It's idolatry. You see, we have such a messiah. We want somebody to idolize so much that we can't think freely for ourselves. I mean, what's up, man? What's up? Can we have independent thought? Can't we be our own leaders? Nothing wrong with following behind someone who exudes power, who exudes leadership and leads by example. Nothing wrong with that, right? Because a good leader will do and show you how to do. He won't tell you what to do and not show you how to do it. You see what I'm saying? That's a boss. I'm not interested in any bosses. I'm interested in leaders, okay? So we need to follow leaders that encourage you to be a leader. If you're not, if someone is a leader or a boss and they're not encouraging you to be a leader, then you don't need them. Everyone needs to be able to lead at some point. Okay, because you don't want to be part of the this idiom that goes, you kill the head of the snake and the body dies, right? No, you don't want to be you don't want to be part of that. That's not good. So you cut the head off of the Hydra, and there are many heads left to lead. Someone has to be able to pick up the pieces. That's why on a ship, there's always the first mate is always ready to become the captain when that captain dies. So if a leader is not if someone is trying to lead and they're not encouraging you to be a leader, then they're just selfish and they're power hungry, okay? And they'll become tyrannical at some point. So we have to be able to all be leaders. We all have to be able to have free thought. You know what I'm saying? We can't just say, oh, okay, this person said this is going on, I'm gonna just believe them and that be it. Nah, man. Everyone has to be able to to think for themselves, to do research. Research the things that I'm telling you. Research the things that everyone else is telling you. Don't just take my word for it that R. Kelly sold out a club and women were throwing themselves at him. Go research that. Don't just research. Don't just listen to what I say about the alderman in Chicago who got caught with 23 guns in his office, even though he's a gun control nut and is being charged for extorting people. Go look that up for yourself, because you might stumble across more cases like this where these left-wing nutbags are hypocrites and they're really just criminals. I always say not, okay. So yeah, I mean, we have a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of work to do. We have to reach out to like-minded people that have this huge following, right? And we just need to spread out from there. We need to reach out and touch the people that we feel are about the business. Because too few of us are about the business. We need to turn some things around. We need to get these perverts out of our neighborhoods. You know, we need to take charge of our children's education. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys have heard of him. This dude named Derek Grace. His brother out of Florida. He was trying to raise money to start a homeschooling program in Atlanta where parents can bring their children, they can homeschool their children at this place in Atlanta that he wanted to start. So instead of it being like a traditional school, it would be like a homeschooling co-op that parents come together and educate their own children, right? And I don't know how he changed his mind from Atlanta and now he wants to do it in Florida. Really what I think it is that he didn't raise enough money. That's what I think it is. He wanted so much. And I'm gonna tell you, see, this is a good thing right here about leaders, okay? He's trying to be a leader. He's trying to lead someone. He's trying to lead people into this homeschooling thing where he's a huge gun advocate, right? A huge Second Amendment advocate. All his children know how to clean weapons. They know how to service weapons. They know how to shoot. They know how to do all that, and they know how to recite certain things. You go check them out. But this is the problem I had with him, right? He's kind of, it doesn't look like he's physical, okay? And one day he was doing a live, and yeah, he's all about his guns, but he doesn't look like, I don't know. It doesn't look like he trains. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him talk about training. All right, I just see him talk about guns, okay? And then one day he's doing a live. They're not following. So, yeah, Derek Grace. And I have an experience with him that's very interesting. I really didn't want to put him out there, but it is what it is. Yeah, of course they want to paint him as an extremist, but this is the problem I had with him, okay? My wife follows him on Instagram, and he was doing an Instagram live. And I told him, I was like, he was taking questions. I said, ask him. So he was going line by line, answering questions. Line by line. You know how in the chat. And I said, does he, because what he was trying to do is recruit people with different type of skills and different trades to join him to start this school. So I was like, well, I'm an electrician and I'm a firearms expert and I am a hand-to-hand combat expert. I could be useful. So I want to vet this guy. I want to see what he's talking about. So I told my wife to ask him, what does he think about hand-to-hand combat training and things like that? He didn't answer the question, but he was answering every other question. But it is possible he couldn't see it, right? But I never hear him talk about that. I never hear him talk about close quarters combat, hand-to-hand combat. These are important aspects of, of safety in protecting yourself, because you might be in such tight quarters, it's not practical to pull a gun out, or you might not have a gun at that time, or you might run dry, your opponent runs dry, and all you have is your hands left. Those are those instances, right? But so I asked him, he didn't answer the question. So anyway, and then he was doing a tour, okay? And what? We man. So he did a he was doing a tour, and he was coming to LA. And so I told my wife to buy some tickets because I want to check him out. I want to ask him some questions. So he was charging people for one-on-one time, like 5 minutes or 15 minutes, something like that. I said, I got questions for this brother. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to ask him. I didn't want to put him on blast and all that. So I wanted to be able to talk to him one-on-one, see where his mind is at. But the purchase of the tickets also came with a curriculum, right? A homeschooling curriculum that would show you how to teach your kids how to, do different things, right? So yeah, we ordered this curriculum, right? Now, alone the curriculum was like $100 for a book. It's supposed to be a book with curriculum in it, okay? So I'm like, okay, I'm excited. I was like, this guy got a curriculum. He's doing tours. He's trying to make shit happen, okay? And we get the curriculum. I wish I had it on me right now. We get the curriculum, and it's like a pamphlet. It's like this thick, right? It has like 20 or 30 pages in it, okay? And it looks like a pamphlet, right? Now, what he did was he took like 30, 40 pages, went to Kinko's, had it hole punched and spiraled, and had a little laminated cover on it. And that's what he called a curriculum. And I'm like, does this dude know what a curriculum is? Because it was not a curriculum, okay? What it was a little bit, it was an informational packet, okay? That's all it was. He was giving you information, a little bit of information about certain aspects of what he teaches his kids. But it's not a curriculum. It's not a breakdown or an outline, or it doesn't have a timetable. It doesn't have a step-by-step guide. It doesn't have none of that. It doesn't have a course outline or anything like that. It's just, I'm like, what is this? This is not a fucking curriculum. This is what people are paying $100 for? A little piece of fucking pamphlet that thick? I'm like, this dude is not, what are you doing? So I wanted to go. This was before he came to my city for his little show, right? I'm like, cool, I got this pamphlet. I could take this shit to him and be like, what the fuck is this, dog? This is not a curriculum. This is what you're selling people? And not only that, it's a volume 2. Where's volume 1 at? What am I getting here? It's not telling me. It's telling me shit I already know. It's telling you about gun control or guns. Like, okay, I know what guns are. Okay, I know what a vaccine is. I need to know how your children are able to retain and learn this information. I need to know a step-by-step breakdown. I didn't really need it, right? I just wanted to see what he was working with. I wanted to see what this curriculum was about. Okay, because if I had time and I wanted to, I could put my own curriculum together if I wanted to. Okay, and matter of fact, I have an idea that me and my wife are probably going to try to implement in regards to homeschooling. But I'm not. Come on, this thick a curriculum? Come on, bro. I was hot. So I was supposed to take this curriculum. And my wife was like, calm down, don't start nothing. Don't be your usual asshole self. Don't be all in his face. Cause dude, I don't give a fuck who you. I'm straightforward. I'm blunt. I ain't got time for play. Okay, I quit school because of recess. All right. So this nigga, I was supposed to take this curriculum to him. Me and my wife supposed to go. We had babysitters and all that. I was ready. I was hot. A week before the event, he canceled it. He canceled it with the option. He said, "Oh, we got to reschedule." He postponed it, and had the option of rescheduling it and going the next time or get my money back. And I just decided, I was like, man, just get the money. I'm done with this guy. I was over it. I was over it. So these are the type of people you got to watch out for. If someone is selling you a curriculum and it's an informational packet is not a curriculum. Okay? A curriculum is supposed to show you how to do something, how to teach. How it's supposed to give you resources. It's supposed to tell you what material you need. It's supposed to. I mean, come on, man. Look up curriculum, Dare Grace. Look up curriculum, and apply it to what you need to do. If you're selling people a curriculum, this is how you need to do it. So what's up, man? Yeah, it smells like a scam to me too. Yeah, yeah. I always say Vet Derek. Yeah, I mean, so we just got to be careful about who we get behind, man. We got to be careful. If they selling you stuff, make sure what they're selling is legit. Because if they have such huge undertakings as, oh, I want to start a whole big old school, and they have no experience in that area, or they're not in that field, and they're not investigating, they're not doing research of how to do a school and all that shit. You know how much it would cost to maintain the school? I know it's just a homeschool, which is a little different. I mean, it doesn't have to be that expensive, but in Dr. Umar's case, he wanted what, $2 million to start a school? You need way more money than that. A comprehensive guide with regards to education. It was not it had nothing to do with education. It had nothing to do with a guide for education. It was just information. It was a little bit of information, like definitions, and not even that great. And then it wasn't well edited. It just wasn't. It was black and white. I'm like, $100 for this shit. It should have been like it should have been a regular book. It should have been, you know what I'm saying? But you just took some copy papers to Kinko's, my nigga. You know, he increased the target amount. It's gonna take more than 4 million too, bro. Like he wants to start a school on his own. There's so many regulations and permits and all this other shit. You got to pay staff. You got to pay their salaries. You got to pay for materials, books. It's not just buying a building and throwing kids up in there. And if you want kids to stay there, and why is it just for little boys to stay there? Why he just want little boys? I'm cool on Umar. You need beds. You need a cafeteria. You need a cook staff. There's so much you need. A kitchen staff. You need nurses, doctors, maybe even a doctor, because you have to have a nurse on station. You have to have a nurse or somebody like that. Something for me to be comfortable. I can't. You know what I mean? So this shit costs money. It costs money. So you need mad donations. I mean, I say 10 million. If you want to start fresh, you want to do your own thing from scratch, and you don't want any government funding, you don't want any government injections, you don't want any subsistence throughout your course of this school, you're gonna have to be constantly getting donations. Okay, you're gonna have to constantly get donations from wealthy parents, from on a rotating basis. I mean, that's how a private school works. It's not just, I don't know, man. I'm cool on all that shit. Cool on it. I have no problem with like an education camp, something small, something, you know what I'm saying, you do every now and then you start to build it up once you learn what works and what doesn't work. Anyway, I'm gonna get off this, man. I got my union rep coming up here. It's supposed to be a teacher strike, all kind of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a teacher, but it's union shit. So I gotta get ready to go. All right, man. Y'all stay up. Hit the like button, hit the share button, share this video. And if you ain't subscribed yet, subscribe. Much love to y'all.